Hi folks, I'm Ian Baker, the product specialist here at American RV in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Today I'm here to tell you all about the 2017 Aerolite 174E. This is one of our most common selling hybrid units. If you're not familiar with a hybrid, essentially what that is it is a travel trailer. You can see you have the hard wall sides, but you have the pop-up style beds. They will be a drop-down bed. Big advantage of hybrids, they're very lightweight. This one is 3,260 pounds, so it's under that 3,500 pound mark, which is important when you're looking at a lot of towing. And also, because the beds fold out of the walls themselves, you get a lot of space for the size of the trailer. So let's go ahead and start on the outside though. Here we'll make our way around and then we'll head on in. So as I mentioned, this is the front bed. There are two beds, one up here and one in the back. They use a cable system, which we'll see when we go inside, that can support up to 1,100 pounds. They're very easy to set up. You have the door right here with some latches. Undo the latch on either side. The door folds right down. Then you go inside and put the shepherd crook in, and then you are all set. Again, we'll see a little bit more of that when we go in, however. Now they have come a long way too. If you have a pop-up now and you have a lot of problems with the material, with it molding, or you touching the side and having water come through, something like that, that will no longer happen. As long as you let it dry out when you're done camping, you will not have mold. So you know, they definitely have come a long way, and you can definitely get some longevity out of these hybrid campers. Right underneath here is your propane tank cover. You can see that right there. That houses two 20-pound propane tanks. That will of course run the cooktop and your propane heater inside. Behind that are rails for your battery box. And then coming up the front right here is black diamond plating. This helps protect the front end when you're towing it from any rocks or debris that get thrown up by your tow vehicle. That way hopefully it hits this diamond plating here and not the front end of your camper. So you make your way around the side. Right here you do have some extra storage. You'll see they do have the covered hinge on here. This is really cool too, because that way you won't get a bunch of rust coming down the door. Also magnetic latches, so it's very easy to put up. You don't have to worry about a clip or breaking anything off. Then when you take a look in there, you can see you have great storage across the front, which is awesome. And then a little bit wider storage right back here. So if you do have a larger item like a grill or something you want to stuff in there, you can go ahead and do so. Power awning on this camper, that is also phenomenal. If you've never used one, power awnings are great. They're super simple and easy to use. You touch a button, it rolls out, touch a button to go back in. Now I've had some people, you know, that say they want a manual awning because they heard power awnings break really easy. Well, they don't break very easy. They're not quite as sturdy as your manual, but here's the thing. If you're gonna go away, just roll it right back in. It takes all of, 7 to 10 seconds to roll your awning in. It's not like the manual where you have to, it's a big, huge process to take out and tear back down. So huge advantages to your power awning. Right underneath as well, you have an LED light strip. So that way you don't have to hang up any kind of Christmas lights or hot chili peppers or whatever else you may have. You can just flip a switch and the LEDs are on for you. Underneath that are two outside speakers. Those are controlled by your multimedia center inside. However, it is Bluetooth capable. So if you're sitting out here and you want to be able to control the music, you can connect to that multimedia center with a Bluetooth capable smartphone or tablet and be able to use that device to control the music. Right out here are hookups for TV. So if you do want an outside TV, you can set up a little table or something right here. You'll see you have a cable outlet and then an electrical outlet here too. Now mind you, you can use the electrical outlet for whatever you want. If you need to plug in a cell phone, blender, whatever else it may be, you can easily do that. Just take a look at the rim. That's really nice. You have the aluminum alloy rim on there, so less chance for any kind of rust or corrosion, and also nitrogen filled tires, which will give you more even tire wear. So you come back a little bit further here, just 2 steps to get into the coach. That's all you need. You can see the first one's pretty low to the ground, which is great. That's because this is a lower profile coach. Because it's lightweight, they expect you to be using a smaller vehicle to tow it, like a small to mid-size SUV. And so because of that, they want it to sit as low as possible because your vehicle sits lower. When a truck sits up high, you don't get as much wind resistance on your camper itself. But when your vehicle sits low, that wind's going to go right over. So you want the trailer to hit or to sit low too, so again you're not getting a ton of wind resistance. Now when you come around to the back side here, right here is your rear bed. You can see that again very similar to the front. Underneath, you have a spare tire. Hopefully you never have to use it, but in the event that you do, it's great knowing it's riding right back there with you. Now, let's come over here to the off-door side. Couple last quick things. This is your 30 amp detachable power cord. I like having a detachable power cord as well because it's less chance for any kind of ants or mice or anything to crawl up the cord and inside the unit. And then right here is kind of like your convenience center. You have a lot of hookups right here, your satellite, your cable, city water connection, and your black tank flush. If you're not familiar with the black tank flush, what that does for you, normally you have to take a hose, kind of drag it through your trailer and put it down the toilet to wash out your black tank when you're done camping. With the black tank flush, all you have to do is take that same hose, hook it up right here. There are actually sprayers built into the black tank that will go ahead and wash it out for you. So it really just simplifies the process and makes breaking down camp that much easier. Light here as well, so if you have to access any of this stuff at night, it's a lot easier to do so. Or if you have to dump your tanks at night, you can use that light as well. Right here is the valve for your gray tank, and then right behind that, your valve for your black tank. Last thing I want to point out is this right here. This unit does have a spray port. There's a blue coiled hose that's actually inside. You can just hook up right there. It has a little garden hose attachment on there as well. But all right, folks, that pretty much wraps it up for the outside. Let's go take a look at the inside. Welcome to the inside of the 2017 Aerolite 174E. This particular model is in the granite interior. Let's go ahead and start off on the kitchen right here. So not a huge countertop, but you know what? They have given you a very large double bowl sink, which is great. Larger bowl on the left here, smaller on the right. That allows for excellent space to go ahead and wash and rinse dishes, especially when you have the high-rise pull-out faucet that they have put in here. LED light underneath here, that's important. You actually have LED lights throughout the coach. The LED lights are nice and bright. Also, they don't put out near the heat, and they use a fraction of the power as your standard incandescents. You'll truly appreciate that if you're going out camping somewhere where you don't have shore power and you're pulling off the batteries. These LED lights will make a huge difference. Also built into the countertop here is your 3-burner Atwood cooktop. The front one is high output, and also you have great flame control on the Atwood. Right underneath that is an oven, so if you want to do some baking while you're camping, you can certainly do that as well. Then underneath, a deep drawer right here. This is a great drawer for pots and pans, in my opinion. And then here underneath the sink, you'll see you have a large storage area in there as well, and that is plenty of space for a trash can. So that way you can just hide your trash can right underneath your sink, just like you may have at home, and that way you don't have to have it hanging on a handle. Right here is a nice big window, so that does let in some natural light, and it gives you a great view. As you're sitting here doing dishes, you can look out to your campsite. So you move up top, go ahead and open this up. You'll see some pantry storage right up there. Next to that is your stainless steel microwave. There's the weight of the unit. As I mentioned, we were outside, 3,260 pounds. Then right underneath that is your stainless steel hood with a light and a fan. Now moving over, you see you have some extra storage up top here. I would personally probably use this as pantry, but of course you can fit whatever you want to right up there. Again, LED light here underneath, another window, and you have your jackknife sofa. The jackknife sofa is great because it gives you an excellent spot to sit. You can converse because right across is the dinette, so it's definitely great for that. Also, this does drop down into a bed, so you can fold it up, drops right down very easily, and you also have storage underneath. So if you take a look, you'll see how the pass-through is right there. This was the storage area we saw when we were in the pass-through, so you do have a couple different access points to that, which is great. But as I mentioned, you can just go ahead, drop this down just like so, and that will create another sleeping space. Now, right up here is the front bed we saw when we were outside. Here are the cables I was talking about. So they may not look like much, but again, they are extremely strong. They can support up to 1,100 pounds. So even though you don't have any supports outside like you did in some of the older pop-ups, this is definitely the way to go. And as I mentioned, you won't have any issues with it. Right here is your shepherd's crook. This is what kind of extends out. You can see your pole right along the edge there, and it attaches right up at the top, so that way it keeps the material somewhat taut. Also, you have zippers on both sides and in the front, so if you do want a cross breeze coming through there, you can go ahead and open those up and really get some wind coming through. The cushions themselves are foldable. You can see the center seam right there, but take a look at how thick they are. They are nice and comfortable, which is great. So that definitely is a great thing to have. That way you will still get a good night's sleep. Now as we move over to the off-door side here, this is the dinette, as I mentioned just a little bit ago. So again, you can sit here, you can enjoy your coffee, your breakfast. If someone is on the couch, you can have conversation. This also drops down into a bed. What you do on the dinette here is you remove these two legs. These legs just pull right out. The table itself then sits on these ledges right here. You have a ledge on each side of the booth. Sits right there. You can then take the cushions and fill in on top. One other thing of note, you will see right underneath here you do have an electrical outlet. So if you have like a tablet or laptop you need to work on, you can go ahead and sit here and plug that in. Large window by the dinette lets in a ton of natural light too, which is very cool. Now right up top here, you'll see this is your multimedia center. This is what I mentioned was Bluetooth capable, controls the speakers outside. You'll also see you have speakers inside here, it controls those as well. And it's a DVD player. If you do want to watch the movie, right here are the connections, so you can mount your TV on the wall right there. You have satellite and cable connection as well as your electrical outlet. And as I mentioned, those feed to your multimedia center right there. That way you can go ahead and watch TV. Also, if you just want to watch regular TV, you do have the WineGuard Razor satellite on here, or TV antenna rather. This is really nice because you don't have to worry about raising it and lowering it. All you have to do is spin it to find the best signal. The reason that's advantageous is a lot of times your standard or older antennas, you kind of crank them up. When you do that and you forget about it, chances are when you end up at home, you're not going to have it. So this is just one less thing you have to worry about. Just makes breaking down camp a heck of a lot easier. Right up here, you have some additional storage. You can take a look at that right there. Thermostat here on the wall. Moving over a little bit further, this is your Norcold fridge freezer right here. Take a look at that. Nice large fridge freezer, a lot bigger than you would expect in a smaller camper, so plenty of space there, which is great. I love Norcold as well. It's built right here in the US, and this unit runs off both propane, electric, and also has automatic switchover. If you're not sure what that means, what that is if you are running it off of propane, maybe you're traveling to your destination, as soon as you plug it into shore power, it'll automatically switch over to electric for you, which of course then saves you on your propane gas. Then right down below, you have a nice big pull-out drawer right there. Right up top, right here is your AC. So this unit does have furnace, which of course is what your thermostat was to. Your AC has your controls built in right here. Now right back here in this corner is your bathroom. We'll go ahead and take a look right in here. On the floor there is your foot flush lever toilet. Over to this side you can see your neo-angle shower. Great space in there, and you can see the hand wand, the shelves, and what I'll actually do is I'll stand in here for you, just kind of give you an idea of space. I'm about 6 foot, and as you can see with the skylight, I have enough room to be able to stand up here, which is really nice. That lets in a lot of natural light there as well. Over to the side here is your mirrored medicine cabinet. You can see you have storage there behind it. Plug in here, your sink top and vanity, and then you have some additional storage right there underneath. Now, of course, as I mentioned, we were outside. This one does have 2 beds. And so right back here is the second fold-out bed. Privacy curtain again. You have privacy curtains on both beds. A very similar system. You'll see right here how you have both the cables, the shepherd's crook up top, and then again these zippers on all 3 walls. All right, folks, that pretty much is going to wrap it up. Again, this is a 2017 Aerolite 174E. This one is in the granite interior. If you have a smaller mid-size SUV and you're looking to go camping, maybe you have a pop-up now and you want an upgrade, this is a great option. At just over 3,250 pounds, it's 10 pounds over that. This is nice and lightweight, very easily towable, and because the beds are in the walls themselves, it gives you a ton of space for a relatively short camper. Plus, you have great additional sleeping with the dinette right here, as well as your jackknife sofa. You have all the amenities here for cooking, including an oven. You have AC, you have heat. This is definitely one you don't want to miss. If you are interested in this unit and you'd like price and availability, you can either give myself, Ian Baker, a call here at American RV, or you can always take a look at our website, which is AmericanRV.com, for the most up-to-date information. Also, if you enjoyed this walkthrough, be sure to join our YouTube channel. That way you'll be one of the first to see the latest and greatest from us here at American RV. Thanks again for watching. I'm Ian Baker, and I can't wait to see you on the road to freedom.